everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I finally, yes, finally have a get ready with me for you guys. I know it's been a very long time, and so I have an event to go to tonight, and I figured what better time to do a get ready with me and a glam get ready with me at that than today. And today I'm using the Too Faced Then and Now palette. Quite a few of you had asked me to do a tutorial slash get ready with me. I know some of you had asked for the purple look I was wearing in that video. I actually went with a different look today because I wanted a dark vampy lipstick. Not to say I couldn't have done it with purple, but I opted for green and gold. So I hope you're not disappointed with that. I hope you enjoy this get ready with me, that it's kind of easy for you to follow. I have a couple of new products in here that I have been using. The Sugar Peach Wet and Dry Face and Eye Palette by Too Faced. Also using the new Diamond Bomb by Fenty Beauty. You know, if Fenty comes out with something new, I am all over that just because I love the brand. But putting this to use today for the first time, actually. So you're going to probably get a good laugh out of my reaction on that. But yeah, I guess let's just go ahead and stop talking and start putting on some makeup. So let's go ahead and jump right into this get ready with me. Sorry, ran out of breath. Let's go. Okay guys, you know the drill. I'm starting off with my Clarins Instant Comfort Lip Oil. This is the start to every single makeup routine. Nothing compares to this stuff. Alright, so we're going to start off with eye primer the way we usually do. I have for a while now been using the Fenty Pro Filt'r eye primer, and this is my tried and true. Nothing else has made eyeshadows so vibrant and pop so much. It does have a very tacky consistency, so if you go in too heavy, then it can make it a little bit difficult to blend out that color. But I am faithful to this eye primer, and I foresee using it for a long time to come. Going in with the Too Faced Then and Now palette, I'm going to start off with the shade Temper Temper from the original 10 on the top row. That is going to be my transition shade, my crease color, I guess I should say. It's a little bit deeper than your normal transition shade, but there's not a whole lot of transition shades in this palette, and it's what I wanted in the crease anyways, so it's perfect. So just going to blend this out as best as possible. You can see, like I said, when you go in with too much, then you got to put in a little bit of extra work with that primer. But just blending this out to where it doesn't look so harsh, and to where I can sheer out the color just a little bit. Now I'm going to take a different blending brush, a clean blending brush, and I'm going to blend out the edges a little bit more just because they were looking a little bit more harsh than I would like. So just softening those up a bit, and taking some glitter glue because I'm going to go in with a couple of shades from the Reinvented row. And you know I am tried and true to glitter glue. I just think this is the best way to get those sparkly shades to adhere to the lid and stay for a really long time. I'm going to go in with that deep green shade, that blackened green called Lost Boys. I'm going to take my MAC shader brush and pack that onto the brush. And I'm actually going to use this shade Wet. So I'm not going to apply with my finger. Those of you who know me well know I prefer to apply this type of shadow with my finger. However, I also think they apply well wet. And so I'm going to go that route instead. So just spraying some Fix Plus onto my brush so that I can just intensify that color. And we're going to pack this on to I'm starting at the end but working my way into the middle. I'm not keeping this just at the end of the lid. I'm going to take this in. So I'm concentrating the color like on the outer portion, but then kind of bringing it in. So it's going to feather out at the center of the lid, and I am grabbing a little bit more layering. I layered some more color on top of that. So I went in twice, as you could tell, and then feathering it into the middle. So it's going to be the most concentrated on, 3/4 to the end of the lid. You want to take it up as best you can, not over the crease, but just right up to that edge. Next up, I'm going to go in back to the original 10 row and taking that gold shade called Twinkie. And I'm going to pack that onto a brush, and I'm actually going to apply that wet as well. So I will be spraying it with some Fix Plus just to intensify the color. I'm looking for a green and gold eye today. And the main reason is because I wanted to wear a very vampy lip. And so I was trying to use shades that would complement a vampy lip. And so this Twinkie shade isn't one of my favorites. You can tell. It does not apply as intense as I would like, and at that point I was re-evaluating if that's what I really wanted to do. However, it works out in the end. I was actually quite pleased with the result. So I ended up packing some more. I layered on for a second time and then feathering it into the green so you don't have that separation right down the middle. Going in with the black shade on the Reinvented Row. It's from the Ooh La La Split Pan shade, and I'm going in with more like a little, I don't know what this is, not a pencil brush, but it's a little more dense than a pencil brush. Anyway, so grabbing some of that onto the brush, and we're going to smoke out that outer portion of the lid. Now I am taking this literally on the very outer portion of that green into just, you know, the outer V, as everybody says, but just literally a little V on the very, very outer portion of the green, not coming in very much because I'm not looking to make that whole look very blackened, just enough to really deepen it and smoke it out. I'm going to take another clean blending brush and blend out that black shade just so that also it's not very harsh looking. I want it to really just look seamless. I want it to be like a truly blackened green, kind of like a gradient effect, and then just kind of, you know, dark green and then fade into the gold. So I'm just blending that black out as much as I can just so that it looks more seamless. Now taking a pencil brush, I'm going to go back into that shade Temper that I originally used in my crease, and I am going to use this for my lower lash line. So this is going in obviously with a dry brush, just grabbing some of that and just, you know, not anything neat or anything, just messy. Now, the struggle is real, guys. If you wear contacts, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Using a pencil brush to apply shadow on the lower lash line is sometimes very painful, very frustrating, and as you can tell, it just goes into the contact lens, into your eye, and just like sticks to the contact lens. I have had to, in the past, actually take out my contact, re-rinse, and pop it back in. It gets more annoying as it keeps going, so... Anyways, you can tell. I'm super frustrated at this point. I am now going to go in with this is a little Wet n Wild brush. It's what I use for my inner corner, and I'm going to go in back to that Reinvented Row, and I'm going to use Glitter Donut. It's the gold shade, kind of like, not gold, I guess more copper gold at the very start of that row. And it's, so yeah. I mean, my expression tells you. I'm frustrated because if you've watched this review of the palette, these shades are very piecey, so it can be a little bit difficult to pick up some of that color. But I don't think I showed that I sprayed this brush down with some Fix Plus. So I am applying it with a wet brush. If you apply, again, with a wet brush, they apply very nicely, but they are very piecey. Going in with a angled liner brush, I'm going to go back into that Split Pan Ooh La La with the black shade, and I am actually going to use the black as my liner on my lash line. I'm not going to go in with regular liner. I'm not looking to do a wing. Just there's so much going on that outer corner that I don't want to do a wing. That just adds more, I don't know, complication there to the end. Too much going on, basically. So going in with just a black shadow ends up being a little better, and it kind of smokes it out a little bit more. This black shade applies nicely. I'm not a big fan of split pan eyeshadows, but this black did the job. It went on very nicely as an eyeliner. I'm going to go in with my Essence Black Eyeliner. This is like $3 at Ulta and is my very favorite eye pencil for the waterline. It's the one that I have found stays the most on me, especially by the end of the day. I tend to wear my makeup for a good, I don't know, 11, 12, 13 hours, and I have found that it's the easiest and the best, stays on the longest. Now, I just sharpened this pencil prior to this video, so same thing. There's little pieces coming off and sticking to my contact lens. It just was not a good day for contact lenses. The struggle is real, you guys. I'm telling you. So just trying to get as close to the lashes as possible just so that it smudges out a little bit. And then going in with mascara. You know my favorite is Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir Mascara. They had it as a 100-point perk at Sephora maybe about a month ago, maybe a little longer. So I stocked up and got 3. I would rather be able to get 2 or 3 of them at a time than to have to pay the $28 or $26. But it is worth every penny. It's such an amazing mascara. Alright guys, it's time for a little bit more sparkle. And if you know me, you know I am all about the sparkle. So this is the Stila Glitter and Glow. My gold has dried up, you guys. I've only used this like 4 or 5 times, but because I don't use it as often, it legit has dried up. Like it looks like there's a 4th left in the bottle, and I can't even get any more out. And typically, if I want to just add just a little bit of sparkle, I'll grab some on a brush from the applicator, but yeah, I just wasn't having it, so I thought I'm just gonna go in with the actual applicator, and that was the only way to get the product onto my lid. Again, just because this particular shade I purchased back when they first launched, so it's been a good couple of years, but I just need to use these more often because apparently if you don't, they dry up and you cannot get the product out of that little jar. But this gold glitter is absolutely stunning, and every time I use them, I go a while without using them. When I come back to them, I'm like, oh, this is why I love them so much. This is why these are the best glitter eyeshadows out there. Putting on some falsies. These are the Kiss lashes in the style Ritzy. And I have found with Kiss lashes that you can use them quite a few times before you have to trash them. Mine have stayed very clean. I do mascara prior to putting on the lashes, so I know that's part of it. But I mean, I do the same with the Ardell. But these just have kept their shape and lasted quite. I think this is like the 6th use or something on these lashes. This Tarte applicator that I'm using, by the way, is also amazing. It is such a game changer for applying lashes. Going into foundation, guys, it's time for primer. I'm using the J1 Jelly Pack. This is what I use when I need my makeup to really be locked down. Oh, that grosses me out, that little stringy effect. But I don't use this primer too often, but again, if I have something to attend, if it's going to be a very long day, if I'm going to be out in the heat, whatever, this is what I use. So it's kind of few and far between that I use it, but when I do need to use it, it really comes through. It really keeps my makeup in perfect condition for a very long time. I've even taken naps with this, and like when I wake up, there's no makeup on the pillow and my makeup looks flawless. That's the ultimate test right there. Next up, we're going in with the Huda Faux Filt'r foundation. You guys know this is like in my top 3 foundations of all time. I love this so much. This is in the shade 300N Latte. It is the light medium shade. Just pumping, like I don't even do a full pump on the back of my hand. A full pump is actually too much. It makes it look too cakey on my skin. So I go in with about 3/4 of a pump and then just dot it all over so that I have even coverage around my face. And then I am good to go once it's time to start blending that in. Now it's time to blend in using a sponge and some Fix Plus. So this is the Morphe sponge that I love. I'm not a huge Morphe fan, quite frankly. I only have 2 products, and it's the Jaclyn Hill palettes, the palette in the vault, and this sponge, so 3 products. But this sponge is, I prefer this sponge over the Beauty Blender, over any other sponge I've tried. I don't know, something about it is perfect. You guys know I have been like ride or die for the Too Faced Contour Concealer. This thing is so amazing. I can't seem to use anything else, and I really just see myself using this concealer for a very long time. Just gives me a very hydrated and healthy look to my skin. So as I did with the foundation, spraying my sponge with some Fix Plus, this just helps for the foundation and concealer sheer it out just so slightly so it doesn't look cakey and just powdery and gross on my skin. Going in with a little bit of the Too Faced Peach Perfect powder. Now, I've told y'all I'm not a huge powder person, but sometimes I get in moods where I really want to use it. I see everyone using it and I'm like, there's something to this powder thing. I need to give it a try. Anyways, I need to use the powders I have anyways. So I'm just setting under eyes only, again, because I have an event to go to and I'm trying to keep everything just in place. And I'm not going to be able to really be checking makeup in the mirror, so I want to make sure I'm good to go. Next, moving to brows, this is the Benefit Goof Proof, which is incredible. It's one of my favorite brow products ever. It's so good. And I don't usually do my brows on camera. Y'all know that in my previous Get Ready With Me's, usually I take brows off camera because I gotta get real close to the mirror, you guys. But a couple of things. One, that tells you how good this pencil is, that I can kind of do it like this and not be super up close and personal to the mirror. It really is goof proof. But yeah. So just getting my brows done, and the spoolie I use at the very end because the very tip of my brow, I use the product on the spoolie from the rest of the brow just to kind of fade that in so it doesn't look so harsh at the start. All right, going in with the new Too Faced Sugar Peach palette. So excited for this. We're going to go in with Peach Honey. This is too deep of a highlight for my skin tone, but I am going to use it with my sponge as a bronzer. On my skin tone, it ends up working very well. I will just tell you, if you go in with a heavy hand and you are my skin tone or fairer, this is going to be, you need to go in with a light hand, or there will be quite a bit of fix and cleanup involved. So I ended up having to blend that out more than I wanted, but it looked beautiful. Gave my skin such a glow. For blush, I'm going to go in with Peach Pop. It's the most metallic blush out of the palette. Most metallic powder, I guess I should say. And just going to add this flush to my cheeks. This palette is so amazing, guys. Too Faced just really, lately they've been doing right by me, and I'm very, very happy with it. I love Too Faced. All right, Fenty Diamond Bomb. This is my first time trying this out, and oh my goodness, it is so pretty. I love all things Fenty. I mean, y'all know that. I just think they make incredible products, and I'm all about the sparkle and glow. So this thing is incredible. If you love not chunky glitter, it's a very fine, classy type of glitter. I don't know how else to describe it, but I am having so much fun putting this on my face. I mean, I am going to the extreme. It's like I can't stop. It's like my brush has a magnet and I can't stop grabbing product out of that compact. This thing is just incredible. No words. Let's top it all off. Let's put the icing on the cake and add some lipstick. So I told you I wanted to go in with a vampy look, vampy lipstick, I'm sorry, and I think this is the shade I Want to Rock With You by, it's Too Faced, it's part of their metallic line, and this is just the vampy look I wanted. And I feel like lipstick sometimes is like eyeliner. I have to like not breathe or I'll go outside the lines. And this is the final look, you guys. A little extra, super glam, but I am so happy with it. So I'll give you one final close-up look, and I will talk to you guys later. Thank you. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that get ready with me. Again, I hope you found it easy to follow, not very complicated. You know me, I don't do a whole lot of complicated looks. This is probably as complicated as it gets. Usually I am a girl with makeup on the go kind of thing, and so I like quick and easy, but today I was able to spend a little bit more time on it. That's probably why it's just slightly more complicated, but hopefully easy enough for you to follow. I hope you enjoyed the products used in this video. I know sometimes y'all tell me my reactions to some products can be quite funny, and I already know today is no exception because I'm laughing already at how I reacted to that Diamond Bomb by Fenty. That was my first time using it and I was like blown away. So I'm going to keep on using that so that I can give you guys a review, just because again, this is my first time using it, and so you saw my first impression. We'll see how it goes from there. But yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for stopping by to watch this get ready with me. Before I let you go, you know how it goes. I need to give you the verse of the day. Today's comes from Psalm 145:8, and it says, "The Lord is gracious and compassionate, slow to anger and rich in love." Just because he's slow to anger doesn't mean that we purposely do things to make him angry, but it means that he is very patient and very merciful, so rich in love. He's amazing. Alright guys, thanks again for watching. Take care, and I will see you very soon in the next video. Bye everybody!